The Philippine Pacific Rim is divided into more than 7,000 islands, which makes up the Republic of the Philippines. With Manila being its capital, the archipelago covers an area of approximately 300,000 kilometers squared and has over 94 million inhabitants, making it the 14th most populous country in the world. Graphically, it has more than double the number of the citizens living in the Spanish half of the territory. Nature plays a fundamental and redeeming role in the Philippines, partly being a protagonist with its lush countryside, and partly being a source for 2/3 of the population who depend on agriculture for their livelihoods. In contrast, this same nature can prove to be a disastrous and unreliable source of livelihood due to its tropical climate, making it prone to earthquakes and typhoons. It is the most vulnerable region of the world that is affected by natural disasters, such as in November 2013, the Haiyan or Yolanda typhoons, which have been the deadliest in the history of the Philippines, taking the lives of more than 6,200 people. The natural circumstances data from the Human Development Report indicates that about 13% of Filipinos suffer multidimensional poverty, deprivation of education, health and quality of life within the same family, and added to this, a further 11% of the population are vulnerable to suffering. Indeed, with the understanding of the importance of the fulfillment of the Millennium Development Goals, progress has been made in the reduction of poverty and an improvement in nutrition and access to safe drinking water, gender equality, and the decline in infant mortality. Thus, our mission is to collaborate in a more harmonious human development to help alleviate endemic poverty. Humanismo y Democracia, HMSD, development NGOs, working towards the eradication of poverty, focusing on rural development projects integrating basic social needs such as education, health, water, and sanitation in Latin America, Haiti, and the Philippines through the implementation of development cooperation projects. Indeed, in the Philippines, H&D funding from the Agencia Española de Cooperación Internacional para el Desarrollo and its local partner Philippine Business for Social Progress, PBSP, in the period 2008 to 2014, executed a development plan to be undertaken in a multidimensional manner, addressing poverty in 3 regions of the country: Bicol, Caraga, and Zamboanga. The objective is to support sustainable human development and fight against poverty in Bicol communities affected by Typhoon Durian and on the island of Mindanao by means of improving the productive agricultural sector, strengthening the self-organization processes, the decentralization of schools, as well as access to a water supply. Specifically, the implementation of agreement revolved around 3 areas of intervention, with very significant and beneficial results for more than 250,000 direct beneficiaries and 400,000 indirect beneficiaries. Facilitating resources for livelihoods. We support the inclusion of individuals and groups from the poorer economic circuit through the creation and revitalization of productive projects, as well as through grassroots organizations such as farmers, fishermen, and craftsmen. The communities have benefited from training and the receipt of necessary equipment for the implementation of its initiatives, favoring thus efficient and sustainable means of living.
Kumbaga sindaan natin ang instrumento ng kagurangan para mas na magkaiwan ng kadagdagan sa moyang paghahanap buhay sa kapatid.
Thus, we have rehabilitated over 300 productive projects that were affected by Typhoon Durian in 7 municipalities of the province of Bicol. And we have conducted 109 training courses to improve job skills, strengthen subsistence and management, as well as effective use of delivered supplies. The same projects have assisted 2,277 participants. In addition, we delivered 779 head of cattle, 137 fishing boats, 136 agricultural equipment, and 1,236 processing equipment for the treatment of Manila hemp. All this contributes to more than 38,410 people that have seen improvements in their quality of life.
Engineer, dito na sa Kaya nga parang yan, naka-abroad mga siya. Kaya nakabalik naman dito. Aalis naman siya. Kaya yun ang dahilan katabangan sa ating proyekto din sa ating isip.
Promoting education is fundamental to the eradication of poverty. The agreement has supported the implementation of school improvement plans, the last level of decentralization of the education system in the Philippines. They have formed supporting associations of parents, students, and teachers who have helped with the construction and rehabilitation of classrooms, obtaining equipment, educational materials, the training of teachers who improve the quality of teaching, and the provision of scholarships to students without economic resources. Thus, since HMAS Day, we have formed over 170 community parent-teacher associations. We have delivered 32 workshops on how to improve the skills and abilities of students in different subjects. We have also built 164 classrooms, rehabilitated, and 22 others. We have also provided scholarships and educational materials to facilitate the educational process, hundreds of schools, benefiting a total of 192,731 people directly or indirectly.
The seminar in science sponsored by the Spanish government give us more knowledge and techniques on how to teach science clearly and easy to understand by the pupils. It also teaches us to perform science activities in a very simple way without using expensive materials. The pupils can easily understand the lesson after discussing the lesson of the day. In fact, our national achievement test result from 52.28 becomes 68.00 in the school year 2011-2012.
Access to drinking water is an element that improves public health and which has an effect on the quality and improvement of life. Through this initiative, we have installed water points in schools with access for the community. And we have strengthened the capacities of their respective committees' management of the water systems. Meanwhile, we have installed 40 drinking water systems and have formed 39 associations for the maintenance and use of water systems built, which will benefit approximately 15,000 Filipinos. The agreement between the three institutions has also supported those people affected by Typhoon Durian in the rehabilitation and recovery phase in Bicol. Among the measures for the preparation for disasters, risk reduction, and better survival rate, resistant natural disaster classroom buildings have been constructed whose installations protects the population in case of evacuation. All this shows the progress of the development plan, born out of a common project of Humanismo y Democracia, AECID, and Philippine Business for Social Progress, PBSP, a plan that continues to improve the way quality of life. In this sense, the result of this agreement and during this period, HMASDE will continue to work in the provinces of Bicol, Caraga, and Zamboanga with the aim that the most underprivileged groups can benefit from this project that so far has already benefited in total more than 250,000 people between the three direct actions. Since Humanismo y Democracia, we want to express our gratitude once again to AECID for trusting in the people who are a part of our organization and its sensitivity to the communities that need our help and cooperation anywhere in the world. Also, we would like to specially thank PBSP for its support in the implementation of this development program.
It helps a lot, particularly in our place, Agusan del Norte, which I am the Schools Division Superintendent. You know, the reality of the Department of Education has that big gaps also of the so-called basic inputs like classrooms, water and sanitation facilities, teachers, as well as training of teachers, and even the instructional facilities. And I am very happy to note that for us in Agusan del Norte Division, we were identified as recipient of this goodness from the government of Spain, from the people of Spain.